I'm just gonna come out and tell you, I'm about as jealous as a person can be. I've been watching all these guys on YouTube who have mini excavators. They pull up next to a tree and they claw at one side and they claw at the other side, and then they just shove the thing down with their bucket or their boom on that mini excavator. And I said, I got this. Why can't I do that? Well, the answer is because it's just a little tiny sucker. But I'm taking it up a notch. I put a giant cylinder on right here, a lot bigger than it's supposed to have. I put a giant cylinder on right here, twice as big as it's supposed to have. So now I got twice the dig, I got twice the push, I got twice the boom, and I've got a cutting edge right here that is a backhoe ripper that cuts through tree roots. So I'm going to rip all these tree roots out, and I'm going to shove this tree right here. I'm going to shove it down with this little bitty backhoe. And I think it's a terrible idea, and you shouldn't do it, but what the heck, let's find out. So I already led off with the disclaimer that this is a bad idea, and you shouldn't do it, I shouldn't do it, no one should do it, but I'm about to do it. So there are a few things I'm looking for when I go thinking I'm going to push a tree down. Number one, I want it to have a direction that it already wants to go. This tree's leaning just a little bit. Not severe, not extreme, just enough that I know which way it wants to go. So I'm going to rip off the side where it wants to go, so it's already loose over there. Then I'm going to get in a safe position where it's not trying to go. And then I'm going to rip up all the roots and see what happens. I've given every disclaimer I can that this is probably a bad idea. And you're not going to clear acreage like this, just pushing down trees with a little backhoe. But I want not only the tree gone, I want the stump gone. So this one I'm going to try to push over. The one that's about the same size right behind it, I'm going to cut it off with the chainsaw and grind it out with the stump grinder and see if this is worth the time. So why do people only do this with a mini excavator, not one of these little backhoes? Number one's overhead protection. That was a widowmaker of a tree, dead branches all over the place. It could have fallen on my head, conked me out, left me laying here in the woods by myself with nobody to come find me. Number two, it's not heavy enough. My machine's as heavy as I could make it, but it's not heavier than most of the trees you're going to try to push. Not enough boom power. There's a whole list of reasons, but biggest one, this is not the machine that's made to do that work. It's laying on the ground, it's done, whatever. Should have come down here with skid steer and done the same thing. That skid steer would have tore that tree down like nothing. But not everyone has one. I wanted to know what this would do, and now I know.